Hey guys, so today I'm going to be making a recipe. Hey, what are you doing here? I guess. As a lot of you may know, I have a lot of pets. And I mean a lot of pets. Yeah. Okay, let's jump into the video. So, how to build a relationship with your pet. There's 3 simple steps that I like to take, which is being familiar, being constant, and giving treats. So, let's go on. So, step 1, being familiar. What do I mean with this? I mean that being familiar is kind of like how a baby sees mom and dad every day and gets familiar and knows that this woman and this man is their mom and dad. So same happens with the pet. The more they see you every day, the more they get familiar with you and know, hey, this is my owner, or hey, this is a person that feeds me every day. So that's the first step. And honestly, that's pretty simple. But then we have the next step, which is being constant. This is a little more complicated step. So when I got my pet birds, I started off with baby steps. So putting my hand in the corner of their cage, just so they got familiar with my hand. Now, this is what I did with them. With my other pet, Petunia, who's a hamster, the thing I started to do was just feeding in the bowl. Those were the first baby steps I took. The next step that I took with Petunia was I took it a step further, was I started to feed Petunia with my hand. So as you can see in this video, I start to just put the broccoli over and make sure your hand is always steady. Because if I move my hand really quick, she might get scared or get frightened and not know what's going on. This step I did with my pet birds as well. I would give them seeds or treats or whatever with my hand. So I then moved it to the next step, right? Like I said, I started to feed them. Make sure you always have a steady hand. That's really important with any animal, I feel. Next, after that, is make sure you build trust. So building trust is part of being constant. You can't just do this on a Tuesday and then a month later, oh, I'm gonna do it again. They're gonna forget. So being constant means doing it maybe every day for like 5 minutes or anything like that. Next baby step, take it a bit farther. So after I fed Petunia, I start to pet her. And this step we've gotten more and more familiar with. So now she's not only familiar with my scent, but she's also familiar with my feel. And this way, she is starting to get a little bit of trust with me. And this is as far as I am with Petunia. To be honest, I got this hamster like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and I'm barely building that rapport or friendship or trust or whatever you want to call it to get to the step where I am with my pet birds. My pet birds are a little more advanced. They're already in step 3. So Otani is more advanced. I say jump and he'll jump right on my shoulder, and Taylor is not. Now this is the 3rd step, which is giving treats. So once your pets are familiar with you, know you and everything, make sure that when they do something good, you give them a treat. And so Taylor is not a jumper, so I start another baby step with him, which I'll put my hand as far away as I can from my shoulder, and Taylor will walk straight up, and once he's exactly on my shoulder, I will give him a treat and say good job. So this builds that condition where, okay, if I do this, I get a treat, right? Same happens with Petunia. So Petunia is getting familiar with my hand and everything, but what I'm gonna start to do is take away her food and only give it to her when she allows me to pet her without biting. Now, like I said, I'm not there yet with Petunia yet because she's a relatively new hamster with me. But hopefully these steps help you to build a relationship with your pet. And hopefully soon you can have a great relationship with your pet hamster, bird, cat, dog, whatever it is you have. And yeah, you get to have fun with them. Thanks for watching.